Welcome to Study Loop.
Hello, everyone. Today I'll be helping you with the 50th problem of the Chapter 18 problem set. So 50 is asking, how is artificial selection similar and different from natural selection? So let's go through all of these and try to pick out which one. So usually how I do this is I try to compare sentences and try to see which ones are worse. So you have A that says both artificial selection and natural selection are differential reproduction of individual organisms with favorable traits, which is true. And then you have B, which says both artificial selection and natural selection are processes that result in better adapted individuals within a species. So um, um, maybe so we could particularly do that, but natural selection and artificial selection are not only limited to a species. So false. Then you have C, which is both artificial and natural selection are processes that cause organisms to be better adapted over time, which I could see that how that could be fitted for this answer. Then you have D, which says artificial selection and natural selection are the differential reproduction of individual organisms with favorable traits, which is true. Then you have A, which says in artificial selection, humans have actively modified plants and animals by selecting and breeding individuals with traits deemed desirable, which is true. And then you have C, which says in artificial selection, humans have trained animals to be more successful, which is false. So no, we're not going to do that type of stuff typically. Then you have in artificial selection, humans have actively modified plants and animals by selecting and breeding individuals with traits deemed desirable, which is true. Then you have A, which says in natural selection, the most successful individuals in the species are selected by the species to reproduce. Then you have D, which says in natural selection, individuals are selected naturally as its trait deem it more fit for survival and reproduction. So both of these are very fuzzy. But basically, in the scope of the question is how are they both different? So, what happens and what we're really trying to point out is that artificial selection and natural selection. So, basically, what happens is there's two animals and they're joined together by man, right? But in natural selection, there's two parties and it's joined together by them specifically. So, it's going to be A because it says the most successful individuals in a species are selected by the species to reproduce. So, yes. So, I hope you found this helpful and I hope you have a great day.